I'm looking around for artists, and I see this guy doing Smurfs on the side of a supermarket on the west side where the Grant bus goes by. And I meet this guy named Mark Freeland.
And he'd be having his kilt, his fishnet stockings, and his beer can bracelet, which was the plastic beer holder with beer cans dangling, and funky boots, and he was just so cool, awe-inspiring.
Like, say, me and Mark would go out, right, and he'd wear a dress and like a, you know, because he was into Indian theology, he'd wear a, you know, feathered headdress as well, and I'd have the leathers on, and, you know, girls would either love him or love me, but we could never get the two because there's also a dichotomy between the two of us.
Every progressive person said, "Oh no, those crazy short-haired, red-haired people were, you know, nuts," and they got out of the music scene. While Mark just kept growing and changing and creating and writing and building.
Freeland taught me how to sing that song. He's like this, if your mom sits in your room and grounds you, he says go in a room and he said just scream it. And she'll be like, knock it off, don't sing that. And then he said, keep rocking till...
Can you fucking your finger?
What about the end of my jacket? 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 Woo! Keep rocking, Mark Freeland, he rules!
I was like, Mark, do you know what you're doing? He told me, I don't care. He goes, it's the second generation. He goes, how many more kids you gonna have so I can teach them bad things? I was like, thanks a lot, Mark.
But I found out that you can reinvent yourself constantly. And Mark, the way he dressed and whatnot, I did back home. There's a bunch of us all over the world that did Mark. And Mark just made me realize that I'm not totally alone. I'm totally species.